First off, let me talk my... Got a couple things I gotta cross off my list. How you insomniac for sleeping on my... It's a bad soundtrack, read the script. Born in the motherland, headed straight down to the south. Tennessee mornings with pops, working 3 jobs. I knew that they struggled to get it, that's why I wanted to get it. That embedded, you get it, treat it like the law. And I'ma need commission for this hit. Lance laid the canvas and I painted over it. I don't need a vision board to show you I'm betting on myself, count the chips. Got it. Made some choices for a profit. That's my logic. I'ma take it to the coffin.
It's the NFL on EA Sports. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. There are a few better in the red zone as he comes in 4th in touchdown receptions. It's the Bengals and the Steelers, and it's all up next.
It's the NFL in sports as we welcome you into Paycor Stadium on the riverfront here in Cincinnati. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on 10 between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gunn. To my left, Charles Davis. And Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. The beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. 18 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown.
And he has 12 touchdowns on the ground this season, so you know he's a big part of their offense. They count on him, not only to score the touchdowns, but now they can play action, fake it to him, throw it out to the wide receivers, get it to other players who can also produce.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. There's Kamara trying to run for it. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful.
Now a hit and a loose football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellet shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Second down, and it's Kamara again. Shifts by at the 15. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Pickett to throw on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. They're going to look to throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, and when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
Now a play fake here on first down. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. DJ Chark, his 19th touchdown now on the season. And the Bengals take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Bengals grab it. And this is taken into the end zone. Fumble recovery and a 6-yard touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns with a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And now out come the Steelers. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up first and 10. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, my friend, this is...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that would overturn. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. From the 24, Pickett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Credit the sack to the safety, Jesse Bates. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack. Looking to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive.
They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Bengals who came away with the victory in that one, so they'll look to take the season series now here at home in Cincinnati. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early.
Oh, now Harris lost it. It's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumbled it right back. They looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it's now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Najee Harris and the rest of this offense work their way back onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett now on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Pickett back to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling the back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Looking to throw, Pickett. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. He'll get it inside the 20. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up at the 3-yard line, second and goal. Harris will struggle to get to the line of scrimmage as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a third and goal. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Now Pickett. Buying time to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. Game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They go play action here on first down. And Shark calls it in. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, 59 yards. And the Bengals continue to pull away here in this first half. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And that throw, unbelievably better, folks, than 80 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Simply incredible. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now he dumps this off over the middle, and they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers taking over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Kamara off the draw. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the 2nd quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. DJ Chark on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals would extend their lead here just before halftime. McPherson on for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive there only only spanning 3 plays.
And it's DJ Chark who finishes it off with a touchdown reception.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Thanks.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in the route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on first down, then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end.
And he's going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Oh, he fakes a spike.
On the slant, this is Chark.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Jamar Chase
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Pickett's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Pickett. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some room to run now. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They'll set up to throw. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Back now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Campbell. Touchdown! Harris Campbell from 19 yards away. And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers you would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
From the gun, here's Pickett.
It's brought in by Harris.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the 4th quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a counter, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete there to Johnson. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like the thought process. I like the design. But I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man, because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until the receiver's too close to the sideline, and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Harris running straight ahead.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But they certainly got dented with that 1st down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know that I typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's been a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. No, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but...
We're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 14. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. They'll drop to throw. That ball caught by Campbell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And the offense moving quickly to the line. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses, they stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The 71 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Pickett to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Well, a touchdown here on this drive, it wouldn't really put much of a dent in the score, the deficit right now. But as you mentioned in the past, CD, their coach is probably just hoping to see something executed correctly on this drive before we close out the ball game.
Yeah, and I think that every guy who's on the field has to feel exactly the same way, because if not, they might be looking for replacements. Treat every drive as if it's your last and make it a successful one in some small way.
Well, the lopsided affair finally coming to an end.